Well, it's Veterans Day. Came out here to work and this tire was flat, big time. So, obviously got a leak in this tire. Tires are expensive, especially big suckers like this. This is, I think, a 10 ply. No, it's a 12 ply. Is what you want. Handle the weight of a backhoe. 13.0 by 24. Yeah, that tire is going to run me some serious bucks unless I find a decent used one. But for starters, I'm going to try and air it up again. What I did was I still got the backhoe attachment on, so I used the stabilizer on to take the weight off of it. That's going to help me airing it up. And then I got my spray bottle with some soapy water in it to see if I can't see where it's leaking. Well, I don't know what I don't remember what I put in this one for air, how many pounds I put in it the other day, but now it won't even, it's like not even enough air pressure to turn on the gauge. Alright, I've aired this up to 16 pounds. Let's see if I can find any leak. Well, that makes sense. We've got a slow leak right on the valve stem. The reason why that makes sense is because it didn't seem like this tire had the kind of leak that would cause it to leak out overnight like it did until after I put air in it yesterday. And what probably happened was when I put air in it yesterday, it did something to this needle valve in here, the valve stem cartridge. So that kind of makes sense. And then as far as like some of these big splits, I think there's a tube in this. I think they tubed this tire. So I think what I'm looking at is air's not coming out of these big splits in the tire, or probably maybe there was air coming out at one point and that's why they tubed it. I don't know. This tire actually doesn't say tubeless on it anywhere, does it? I don't think it does. So anyways, after all that trouble of putting that air in there, looks like I'm gonna have to deal with the valve stem. This one's still got the 17 pounds in it that I put it in yesterday, so that's good. But I want to take this one off because this one has one of those valve caps that's also the tool for removing the handy dandy little cartridge, which I love. So let's stop this from blowing bubbles. I wonder if I back that out just like that, if it would stop. Nope. Alright. Let's take it out and take a look. I'll do this live. Sometimes these just get dirty. But usually it's a little seal in there that goes back. See, that one's got corrosion on it. What's great about those little valve stems is that they're standard. So here's the old Kawasaki KVF parts machine. I haven't sold all the parts off of it yet. It's got a nice valve stem in it though. Steal that valve stem. Next time I'm at the auto parts store, I'll have to pick up some of these. Hush, hush. Don't cry. Alright, there's the new one in there. Let's see if that's working. And it's working. Okay, good. So now I can air it back up again because I lost a lot of air. 13.5 pounds. Alright, just sprayed it again. Still no leaks. Come on. Come on. 15.5 pounds. Close enough. And we'll put the little cap back on. It's one side's missing a cap. I don't think it matters which side I put the cap back on. Huh. I get the feeling they painted this rim. Yeah, they painted this rim without the cap on it. You notice there's a miss or skip in the engine. I was thinking about all that diesel fuel that's going in the crankcase. I was talking about how it might be the seal on the input shaft of the injection pump. That's one possibility, but another thing I thought about is I might have a bad cylinder where combustion's not happening. So all the diesel that's being squirted into that cylinder would run down the cylinder walls, past the worn piston rings and into the crankcase. Because this thing seemed to have a lot of power in the low gears. First and second gear, I've been skidding trees with it. It's been pulling them no problem. But I noticed when I put it in 5th or 6th gear, no matter how much throttle I give it, the engine bogs way down. It can't start in 5th or 6th gear. I mean, that could be a transmission problem, but I kind of doubt it because all the other gears seem fine. And then I thought, well, maybe you're supposed to shift on the fly, but I read the manual and you're clearly never supposed to shift it while it's rolling. So by design, you're supposed to be able to start off in 5th or 6th gear and let it work its way up in speed, but it never gets there. I might demonstrate that later. But right now I'm going to do my best to... There you go. That's better. Here, let me demonstrate what I mean about the lack of power in the road gears. So here's my shift pattern here. It's 2nd, 1st, 5th is up here. Then you shift it down to the 2nd neutral position for 4th, 3rd, 4th, and 6th. So if I, let's see, I'm in the top neutral pattern. So I'm going to show you 5th gear, which is going to be up there. All right. So now I'm going to give some... See how it's laboring? Now I'm giving it throttle and it's not, see, it's not coming up until it gets going. And that ain't right. I don't think that's right. I don't own, you know, I haven't owned one of these until now, so I'm not positive, but I do think that there's something still amiss with this thing, power-wise. So that's 5th. Now if I bring it down into, let's see, 2nd neutral position, over, oh, come on. Doesn't even want to go into 6th. So it's still spinning that, that ain't good. Come on. Not exactly shifting the way it should either. That's a gear right there. I don't know what gear. Oh, that must be neutral. All right, there we go. That's 6th gear. So watch this. Not even moving. Can't do it. But I'm on a level ground and it doesn't have enough balls to start off in 6th gear. There, it's just barely moving. Now once it gets rolling, I'll be going pretty fast if it ever gets there, but you can see it's laboring real bad. So, definite power issues. Let's see, I'm in 6th. That's neutral. Alright, so that's the top neutral position now. So if I go to there, that's 2nd gear. So these low gears, it seems to be able to start itself okay, maintain RPM. So I'll show you how much power it has. Alright, so here's a tree I cut down yesterday. It's about a 40 or a 50 foot tall swamp maple, and give you an idea diameter of it here. You know, so it's probably about a 12-inch diameter tree. And so I'll hook up and drag this. All right, so I just chained it up. All right, so put it in first gear. Not gonna take much throttle. Piece of cake, you know? So I don't know. Low gears, it has power. High gears, no power.